it's impossible to benefit from a constraint unless, well, we don't like constraints. They limit us. But when we start thinking of them not as a limiting condition, but as an enabling condition, we can substantially benefit from constraints. When we put boundary conditions around things, it forces us to sometimes think very innovatively, right? We know the saying that necessity is the mother of invention. There's no way we can get it done in 6 months unless that's the only option. And then suddenly we find a way of getting it done in 6 months, like building the Olympic Stadium. You can't be 1 day late, right? So you figure out a way to ensure we can get it done. But it can also be true in our personal lives, is that people are often so focused on their disabilities, on the things that limit them from achieving certain goals, that they lose the focus on the things that could enable them. For example, there's a famous story that's told by Elizabeth Gilbert, the author of Eat, Pray and Love. And she said that a major constraint in her life is that she's good at only one thing: writing. Now, that could be a major limiting condition, or it could be a major enabling condition. The fact that she doesn't have choices actually makes her life very simple. What did she do? She writes. Imagine if she could do so many things, how difficult it would be for her to decide what to go and do. So when we start thinking about constraints not as limiting conditions, but as enabling conditions, it makes life easier. It reduces the choices that we have, and it forces us to figure out ways of achieving the goals that's important to us, despite the constraints or other limiting conditions that we face. That is how we can make them possible, by thinking of constraints as enabling conditions.